since we had all this damage from Hurricane Irene, you know, the $7 billion possibly in damage, 35 people killed, 5 million homes without power, etc. Obviously, the president's going to come out and have some reassuring words. The Republicans will not. Let's start with the president.
Our thoughts and prayers are with those who've lost loved ones and those whose lives have been affected by the storm. You need to know that America will be with you in your hour of need.
All right, so that makes sense. The president's saying, hey, we're going to help people out. Republicans apparently don't agree. Eric Cantor says, hey, you know what? We're not going to give any money to these people affected unless it's offset. Let's let him make the case.
But we've had discussions about these things before, and those monies will be offset with appropriate savings or cost cutting elsewhere.
You know, given your background and everything you've said, you believe that any federal money that comes out for Hurricane Irene needs to be met dollar for dollar with spending cuts? Is that right?
Again, just like any family would operate when it's struck with disaster. It finds the money it needs to take care of a sick loved one or what have you, and then goes without trying to buy a new car or put an addition onto the house.
All right. So, hey, listen, man, if you're not going to get the money, sad day for you. I got to go find it from somewhere else. And if it's an emergency that you need to recover from, do you want me to make an investment so that you can get beyond that emergency and later we can figure out how to pay for it? Because obviously you have to pay for it under any and all circumstances. No, apparently not. No, unless you give me something else in return, I'm not going to give it to you. In fact, other Republicans say not without a fight. They're ready to fight to make sure that the people who suffered under Hurricane Irene do not get the funding immediately, okay? Now, this is a real issue because FEMA is starting to run out of money. They were under $1 billion, and the damage alone from Hurricane Irene is estimated at $7 billion. But you know what? They were already starting to pay for the earthquake damage, by the way, the epicenter of that earthquake was in Eric Cantor's district. They asked him about it, give him points for being principled, I suppose. He said, my district? No, I don't care. You got to give me an offset, otherwise no money, right? And by the way, FEMA's partly running out of money because we already had all those tornadoes that ripped up the middle of the country, Joplin, Missouri, etc. And now the new plan by the Republicans is take the money that we were going to give the people who suffered those tornadoes, take it from them and give it to people who suffered under Hurricane Irene. And the people on the earthquakes, well, I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we're not going to give you any new money, okay? So the great compassion of Republicans. Look, I'm not saying you don't pay for it. Of course you pay for it. The question is, can we get this going? Can we assign it to these people who need it right now and then come back and figure out a way to smartly pay for it, which everyone should agree to. But of course, the Republicans say no. But I love the final irony of it. They then turn around in one of the articles and say, FEMA doesn't have enough money because President Obama didn't put enough money into it. But wait a minute, you guys are the ones who blocked it, and you're blocking it today. And then you turn around at the same time and go, oh, President Obama didn't put enough money into FEMA. Can you believe this? Of course, it's all the president's fault. They have no conscience, man. They lie without remorse. The press has to call them out on it. If you don't and you call it neutral, well, you're not even anywhere near objective.